Here we go again. Sony have revealed the free games for us PS Plus Essential subscribers for the month of March 2023, almost an entire week earlier than usual. And like usual, I'm here to break down the games, telling you what you need to know, warts and all. Let's do this. March kicks off with Battlefield 2042 on both the PS4 and PS5. The futuristic first-person shooter that allows 128 players to do battle simultaneously in some of the biggest maps ever seen in the series. Battlefield is renowned for destructibility, making insane plays a reality, like breaking down a wall to flank your enemies. On release, Battlefield 2042 was, well, it was terrible sadly. It was a glorified beta test. Thankfully, every update since then continues to improve the experience into what we have today. This includes the return of the class system to allow you and your squad to decide on roles within the team, and it also retains a specialist system, which gives us the opportunity to pick a certain character with unique abilities. Battlefield has more to offer than 128 player war zones. There are smaller versions of everything to make strategy more important, and other game modes completely change things up. Hazard Zone is an extraction game mode that asks you to venture into combat to retrieve and recover gear and then get out alive, kinda like Modern Warfare's DMZ. And probably the best thing in Battlefield 2042 is Portal, a creative mode that lets players design and create their own game modes, including content from older Battlefield games like Bad Company 2 and 1942. You should also know there is not a campaign in Battlefield 2042. It's totally a multiplayer focused affair. Review scores average out at about 6 out of 10. Over on the PS4 we have Minecraft Dungeons, a dungeon crawler that's a spin-off project with no focus on mining or crafting. Instead, this is essentially an accessible version of Diablo, playable in both single player or in a group of 4 online or in couch co-op too. The dungeons use procedural generation to create unique paths, which if all goes to plan will mean playing the game a second time will result in totally different dungeon designs, hopefully pushing replayability. In terms of gameplay and story, the villain is Archie, an illager who stole a MacGuffin of power, and we simply have to chase him down. Combat is both ranged and up close, depending on your playstyle, and that's where the real focus is revealed. Loot. Everything is about loot, and it's totally randomized. Defeat a boss, open a chest, get loot. Explore the dungeons fully, get more loot. Oh, and there's a level up system that lets you add enchantments to your weapons to upgrade them constantly. If you've never played a dungeon crawler before or simply want more Minecraft lore in your life, Minecraft Dungeons is a great little game. Average score is 7.5 out of 10. Finally, we have Code Vein, yet another Dark Souls inspired action RPG that does attempt to do something a little bit different. First of all, we are accompanied by an AI companion, making the entire experience feel less isolated. Their banter is also a great way to remind players about objectives and missions and the story. And speaking of the story, we wake up in a new world and realise we are actually an undead revenant who needs blood to survive. We're effectively a vampire summoned back to life to fight off the monsters in this world during the good old fall of humanity. If you've played a FromSoft game, you know all the basic details here. Timing and precision are needed in battle, and dying is an inevitability. Another Souls mechanic in Code Vein is the ability to summon another real-life player to help you with a tricky section of the game. Code Vein reviews equate to a 6.5 out of 10. And before I go, any PS Plus Extra fam in the house, Sony have also teased 5 games coming in late March. Ghostwire Tokyo, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction, the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, and Chia, which is arriving day and date on its release. But let's put a pin in that until later in the month. I'm Adam, you're awesome. If you got this far in the video, please leave a dad joke in the comments. Cheers!